Hello, and welcome back to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. I'm your host, Jeremus. As I was looking through the archives, it would seem that the leader of the Kuzait changed. Apparently, in 1116, Taslur Khan of the Khuzait died at the age of 62. He was then replaced by his son. Wait, no. He was then replaced by Tochi of his clan. Who was his father. He had the reputation of being particularly cruel and devious. The other kingdoms maintained the same rulers they had as Alia. In addition, Empress Alea has taken her niece Luvina under her wing, giving her a leadership position and showing her and helping to train her for her role in the empire to come. In any event, I have yet more documents to look over, so I shall see you a bit later. See you then. Ah, there you are, my friend. After departing from Kuyaz, Empress Alia goes to Sanala, Askar, Lycus, and finally Kasira. During the autumn of 1117, when Alia is at Kasira, her nephew Claudius comes of age. Like his sister, Claudius learned much from his tutors, having great potential for leadership. In any event, I shall come back to you a bit later, my friends. See you then. Ah, there you are, my friend. After Claudius comes of age, he assembles a small party at Argeron and travels south to meet with his aunt, who wishes to teach him about the world and to further his education. The two meet around Razi, earlier in the year 1117. From there they travel to Husunfulk, Danustica, then to Odok, Akalat, Ortungard, and Chaikand. At Chaikand in the winter of 1117, Alia summons Lanator of the Dolentos clan, hoping to broker a marriage between her nephew, Claudius, and Hespedia of the Dolentos clan. Who is currently unmarried. My lord, I would like to propose an alliance between our families through marriage. And whose hand are you offering? The hand of my nephew, Claudius. Yes, well, we are looking for a suitable marriage to Hespedia. Very good. Why not? I must beg my leave now. Yes, Your Highness. Now she's married to Claudius. You may have noticed that I've changed Alia's appearance. I pressed V and I was able to alter her appearance. I gave her a hair bun and I made her hair grey, actually. I figure she's getting on in years, so why not? In addition, Claudius has become quite proficient in trade. He's almost at everything has a price. Lately I've been increasing Luvina's smithing skill. I find that if you have 10 in endurance, you only need to put 4 in smithing, I think, to get a legendary smith. So, that's what I'm doing right now. I've also been increasing Sonor's skills as well. Anyway, I'll summon Claudius's wife to Chaikand and increase her skills as well. Perhaps I'll wait inside Chaikand until Claudius has a child with his wife. Anyway, I suppose I'll see you a bit later. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Well, after travelling from Mekeb, from Chaikand, Alia travelled to Mekeb, Boltakand, and then Tyol. Along the way, I upgraded Luvina's social skill to 8. I then gave us some more javelins to trade, and she is now at everything has a price. The same has been done for Claudius, who I've taken into my party. I'm going to do a little more smithing with him, and then I'll give him a party to send him on his way. Luvina has her own party right now, and she's off doing whatever. Most of my companions are in caravans right now. You know, I want them to upgrade and become better. I'll save the parties for family members so that I can do barters with them, give them javelins and things, and they can go off and do some trading and whatnot. That's the plan anyway. Right now I'm just going to upgrade them. I'm going to upgrade Siafan, the spice vendor, whose caravan was destroyed earlier. I'm going to... I'm going to give her another level or two and then send her off again in another caravan. In addition, I find that when I give do barters with my companions and give them javelins, I often get 400,000 or 500,000 extra in my finances whenever I do this. I think they're selling them, and a lot of the profits are coming back to Alia as the clan leader. So that's interesting. It's a good way to earn money if you can't find any lords, you know, just give them to your companions and they'll sell them unless they're caught by an army or something. Anyway, I will cut away here and come back a bit later. Oh, in addition, at Chaikand, not long after Claudius got married, his wife became pregnant. So, before long, there'll be another Vesuvian. Anyway, see you later. Ah, there you are, my friend. During the summer of 1118, Claudius and Hespedia get their first child in Thasyna, their first daughter. In any event, I've yet more documents to look over, so I shall see you a bit later. However, before I do that, let's watch a tournament at Epicrotea. I've noticed that none of Alia's family members seem to participate in the tournament. For some reason. Perhaps they don't have enough skill or something? I don't know. Or perhaps the game wants me to upgrade them. I mean, her non-family member companions, of course, participate, but none of her actual kin who happen to be traveling with her. That was close. Did I lower my shield or something? I thought I raised it. There we go. Some new gauntlets. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Ah, there you are, my friend. During the winter of 1118, Hespedia and Claudius have yet another child in Rosazia. Yet another daughter. Clearly, Claudius is a rather potent father. In any event, I've yet more documents to look over, so I shall come back to you in a short time. See you then, my friend. Ah, there you are, my friend. Apparently, in the spring of 1119, King Erdurand dies of old age. He is then succeeded by his brother, Alary. He has the reputation of being icy. Muensur remains as the King of Battania. Saruk remains as Sultan of the Asarai. Tochi remains as ruler of the Khuzait. And Sivir remains as ruler of the Sturgians. In any event, I've more documents to look over, so I shall see you a bit later. See you then. Ah, there you are, my friend. During the winter of 1119, Hespedia gives birth to another child in Jolanna, Claudius's third daughter. In any event, I've more work to do, so I shall see you a bit later. See you then. Ah, hello, my friend. Well, I've been looking through the archives, and apparently in the winter of 1119, the Calradic Empire goes to peace with every single of the barbarian rebels. However, about a day later, the lords of the Calradic Empire demand war with the Sturgians, to which Empress Alea acquiesces. She finds the rebel Manan outside of her walls. Alia decides to engage this rebel. So, let us begin. Alia, it's been a while. So, what is it? I say this only once. Surrender or die. I don't wish to fight you. Well, I don't care. Yield or fight. So, we fight then. And I think I'll attack. You know, try and show you guys something else. Since I've been cutting away, I attacked a few bandit parties off screen, and I've been slowly recruiting my those bandits. As you can see, I have a few looters in here, a few mountain bandits.
With me!
And, well, I plan to give many of these bandit troops to Claudius the next time he comes by. If he's leading bandit troops, that will increase his roguery skill, which I think will be useful. Now we outnumber the enemy, and we have some fairly good troops mixed with the bandits. So I feel confident. We have 23 archers. I like to be within 100 meters or so before I... Oh, they're coming forward, are they?
Arrows! Forward! Move! Horses! Get off your horses!
I have a lot of horse archers with me. I'll fall back.
Archers! Get moving! Riders! Onwards! Riders! Move! Downhill the horse attack! Horsemen forward! Rider engage! Boom! Attack! Have no mercy!
I think we're going to overrun them. And it looks as though we've won. I lost only 9 to death. That's pretty good. You're my prisoner now. I'll take these back to Epicrotea. I think the bandits are slowing me down. lame Asarai horse. And that's that. Perhaps I'll throw the captured prisoners inside of Mekalovia. Or, no, I think I'll just sell them at Epicrotea. Well, before that I'll fight in a tournament. Have some fun. Ransom them. I have plenty of influence, don't need to throw them in a castle. And let's join the tournament. Arwa. Not bad. Anyway, I'll come back to you all a bit later. See you then. Ah, there you are, my friend. During the autumn of 1120, Claudius's wife, Hespedia, gives birth to yet another child. In Bartomeu, or Bartomeu as he is often called. In his youth. In any event, I've yet more documents to look over, so I shall come back to you a bit later, my friend. See you then. To mark the birth of her first grand-nephew, Empress Alea holds a tournament in Epicrotea. So, let's get started. Eric the Red was fairly skilled. And that's that. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back to you all a bit later. See you then. Ah, there you are, my friend. Well, I found an interesting piece of information in the archives. During the autumn of 1121, one of the officers in Empress Alea's army died of old age. The individual in question was Rosalind the Black. She died at the age of 60, was originally recruited by Alia's brother Bartomeu, and supported both Bartomeu and his sister Alia throughout their reigns. She had a rather black reputation, but was ultimately a good soldier. In any event, I've more documents to look over, so I shall come back to you once I've found something else. See you then. Ah, there you are, my friend. Well, after looking in the archives for some time, Rosalind's replacement, there was a large number of candidates within the tavern of Epicrotea. In the end, Alia chose Sudai the scholar, who had an exceptional amount of medicine skill. Your Highness, I am honored to meet you. Let me introduce myself. Many men would begin their story by reciting their ancestry. I will not do this. A man should be judged on his own deeds, and a long list of ancestors does him no credit. Also, my family does not acknowledge me, so why should I acknowledge them? I was the son of a slave. My master, a judge, raised me in his house, but it was clear that he would never spend much time to ensure my success in the world. Still, I was tutored with his other sons, and chose to study medicine as a young man. I thought I could perhaps be a physician. Well, I was soon disabused of this idea. A doctor starting out in the world, must either have a great deal of money or family that ensures him a long list of clients. I had neither. Instead of working in the city, I took service aboard a ship. Professionally, it was perhaps the best thing I could have done. Fevers, injuries, festering sores, the seaman has in greater number and variety than any manner of land dweller, I imagine. But I have little patience for life aboard. The monotony, the tyranny of captains, the lack of any space to oneself, the groaning of timbers, the constant smell of rotting... Yes, I imagine it must be trying. At any rate, I have a bit of money to my name and leisure to wait a few weeks before choosing my next employer. You could say, perhaps, that I am between jobs. So if by chance you're looking to hire, well, I'm open to discuss. Well, I think I could use someone like you in my company. Here you are. Anyway, he's 34 years old. He has better medical training than anyone else on the list. So I thought he'd be a good addition to my officers. Anyway, I will cut away here, training up with a little smithing, and come back to you a bit later. See you then. Only a few days after Rosalind's death, Bold the Brave also dies of old age. He died at the age of 58. It would seem that 1121 was a poor time for Empress Alea, as many of her companions were dying of, well, old age. Many were long-standing companions of her brother, and a few were recruited by herself. She herself recruited. In any event, I've yet more work to do, so I shall come back to you a bit later. See you then. After much deliberation, Alia decides to hire Cara the Shield Maiden. She's a skilled warrior. She is 44 years of age, however, many of the other applicants are much older than her. So, Cara it is. Tell me about yourself. I could use you. Here you are. Anyway, I'll cut away here and come back a bit later. See you then. Ah, there you are, my friend. Well, I've just returned from the archives, and in that same autumn of 1121, despite all the tragedy of losing various officers in her army, Alia's nephew, Claudius, has yet another child. In Rosalind. He decides to name her after the fallen hero Rosalind the Black. So, despite all the hardship of the year 1121, despite the losses of 1121, there is a bit of hope. In any event, I'm growing quite weary. I think it's time for me to rest, and tomorrow I think I will come back to you with more information I find in the archives. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. See you then.